Desron, Desi, Uncle Desron, Brother Desron. All these were names he was known by in the Goodwood Pentecostal Church. He got saved at a young age and followed in the footsteps of his mother and older siblings who were members of the assembly. From his youth, his humble nature and passion for the things of God were very evident, and he was always willing to serve in any area that was needed. As a teenager, he apprenticed himself to the pastor, Reverend Martin Atwell, and learned as many skills as he could. These skills were put into practice when, after graduating from Bishop's High School, Desron took it upon himself to spend his time working on the church building while he waited for a job. Many of the plastered beams and edges in the current structure, as well as the windows, testify to his handiwork. Desron led the church's youth ministries department for several years, where the young people got to experience his many loud laughs, fun leadership, stern correction, and that famous raised eyebrow. He always stood for what was right, but if there was one thing about Desron, he loved to be mischievous. Whether it was helping to sew people into their sheets in camp, pillow fights, or pretending to steal the Christmas ornaments in the botanical gardens, Desron was always up for a good time and a good laugh. As he developed as a worship leader, three things became evident. One, because of his exuberant nature and overflowing love for God, Desron loved to shout and sing loudly. Two, once he was leading, you would almost always hear either "Celebrate Jesus, Celebrate" or "I'm Trading My Sorrows" in his list of songs. And three, Desron would keep trying a song until he got it right. But if he couldn't, you could be sure that he would Desronize it with his own flair. As a church, we were often recipients of his caring and charitable nature, and even more so when he was blessed with a job in consumer affairs. Desron was the guy to go to for help in filling out forms, getting information, physical and financial help, and brotherly advice. To the pastor and his family, Desron was a son and a brother. It was not unusual for them to wake up on Saturday mornings and see Desron sleeping in the living room where he had spent the night after prayer meeting. And Sunday lunch at the pastor's home was the norm. He was the very proud godfather of one of the pastor's daughters and could always be counted upon to make an appearance at birthday parties and other special occasions. After completing Bible school, he took up membership at the Calvary Road Deliverance Tabernacle, where he had done his internship. But even then, from time to time he would greet Reverend Atwell with a Pentecostal handshake that was never under $1,000. This was just one example of his loving and generous spirit. There are many others, too numerous to mention. The pastor and family, board, and members of the Goodwood Pentecostal Church extend condolences to the wife and family of Reverend Desron Davis. He ran his race well and left an example for us to follow. He will truly be missed.